EDAN, East Durham Artists Network, and it's a network of artists who are interested in art in the East Durham area. They might live here, they might work here, they might just have an interest. They want to develop art, they want to develop the cultural presence of East Durham, and we base the work in the art block, which is at the bottom of the Church Street, which is the main shopping street in Seaham, and we run the art block as a gallery, a workshop space and a meeting space, and it's run entirely on a volunteer basis. We have writers, we have ceramicists, we have photographers, we have people who do collage, we have the lino printing, we have textiles. I mean, the whole range of media, even if people see it just as a hobby, what we want them to do is develop the best they can. And so what we try to encourage is some sort of professionalism, in inverted commas, around whatever it is that people are presenting.
I taught art for over 30 years, but I didn't do much of my own work, and went to an evening class with watercolours, and the tutor happened to mention to me, did I fancy going down to have a look at the MA show at Sunderland? So I went along and had a look and thought, you know, I could do this. So I did my MA over a couple of years in the evenings, and it was great stuff, and it got me actually doing my own work for the first time since I'd originally been at college when I was 16, 17. But then I left, I finished the MA and thought, right, well, what now? You know, it's a bit like going out into the desert. But somebody contacted me and said, did I know there was a local artist network here in Seaham? And they'd been and done the MA together and decided, because they had the same problem as me, well, what now? So they got together and formed this artist network here in Seaham, which was great. I think if I'd been left to my own devices, I would have just been one of these people who painted pretty watercolours, you know, out in the realistic sort of decorative landscapes. We've now got the only gallery in East Durham, and it's the very few places in the area where emerging artists or, you know, young, just starting out people can show their work. Because the bigger galleries tend to plug into touring shows, national shows, international shows. But we've got this space here in East Durham, which we're very proud of, because it's an opportunity for young people just starting out to show their work. From leaving uni, if you suddenly find yourself, right, what now? What do I do now? You know, rather than just leap in and get on the sort of touring bandwagon, which is really hard, it's good to put on your CV that you're part of a network. You might even get a chance to do a bit of teaching if that's what you want to do. But it's like a kind of a good stepping stone before you get onto the regional galleries, you know. For people like me who were just finishing their MA and thought that suddenly they were all on their own with, you know, no network to go to, just to be aware that there is here in County Durham, in Seaham, there is a place for you to join other artists and to share your work.
EDAN is really becoming more and more successful, and I think that's because we try to make the art accessible. It's a friendly environment, but it's not only that, it's about trying to make the art accessible in the sense that it relates to the concerns that people have in this locality, or the issues or the environment or whatever. So with the last exhibition, the Legacy exhibition, we had over 700 visitors come to that exhibition over 6 weeks, which is an awful lot of people. It's a place where you can go, it's a place where you can talk about the things that matter to you. And people do talk. So they talk about the sea and what it means to them when they stand in front of a piece of art, or they talk about the pit and what it means to them, sometimes in quite personal ways, which is what art should be about. I think it should be about. It should be about a way in which it stimulates people's reflection and identities and ways of communicating with each other.
I've got a studio here in Sunderland that I share, and I get in here at least 2 or 3 times a week. And sometimes it's a bit scary to just be like, right, okay, what am I doing this for, when you're making a piece of artwork? But EDAN gives me that reason for doing it. when you're promoting yourself as an artist, there can be a tendency to think, what is it that group of people want me to do, or what does that market want me to do? That's who I should go for. And then in the end, you're not going to be particularly satisfied as an artist. You have to be true to yourself. So with EDAN, there's a feeling when you're in that network that there isn't anybody pushing you in one particular way. You might be a film artist, you might be a ceramicist, or you might be a painter. There's no one pushing you in any one direction like there might have been at university, when you have to follow a particular route and there's an expectation at the end of what it's going to be. It's not. There's more freedom to express yourself and exhibit it any way that you want. That we've got that gallery space to say, okay, you can have this space here. What do you want to do with it? Whatever it may be, we'll find a way of making that work for you.
You either pass an exam to get in. If you have a passion for art and you want to have a go, come in and see us. You can sign up and you can join the workshop, so you can do your own work and get advice from, you know, older, more professional people who've been in the game for a long time. You get lots of help. We're open from Tuesday till Friday from 11 till 3. Then we're open on a Saturday from 10 till 4, and the classes take place on Monday afternoons and the workshops take place in the evenings during the week. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. If it's something burning in you that you're wanting to have a go at, I say go for it, you know.
You can get involved at any level that you wish to get involved, and the best way to get involved is to do it informally and come and chat and look, see if you like it.